Hi, and welcome to this quick how to help video on simultaneous equations. What we're going to do is we're going to look at a question. I'm going to try and give you some top tips to help you kind of reduce the amount of thinking that you need to do. There's a couple of things that we can do to make things easier. So I'll show you those. Then we'll probably do a second one just to see it flow better, because when you're talking about how to do something, it can make it feel a lot harder than it is, but you need the detail if it's going to help you understand how to do the simultaneous equations. So it's trying to strike a balance, isn't it? All right, so let's have a look. We've got the question 2x plus 3y equaling 20 and 4x minus 9y equaling 10. Okay, now step one is always get these first terms. So the letter X is most commonly in the position one, it's the first term, but don't think of it as an X. If they're using different letters, it could end up confusing you. Or if they switch them round, oh my word, that would really mess with you. So just think, right, the first term, the very first thing I want to see are matching numbers here. Now I've already got 4. So if I double that, that would get me the match that I want. So I'm going to multiply the top equation by 2. And I've got to do every single term to maintain the equivalence of this equation. If I only do it to 1, then I'm changing the question pretty much altogether. All right, so let's do the multiplying. So 2x times 2 is 4x. 3y times 2 is 6y, and we've got 40 on the end. I've got my 4x minus 9y equaling 10. I've now got simultaneous equations with matching first terms. Job done. Step 2. I want to take away the two equations from each other. And you'll notice that I have put in my minus signs. That's my next kind of top tip. Actually put that in, show it, okay? And in the middle section, you will always have your minus sign plus a sign underneath it. And I would ring that as well. So if you do that, it just keeps your eyes focused on what you need to see in order to avoid the errors, okay? So let's actually do the takeaway. So I'm going to take away the x's. 4x, take 4x. That means they've gone. I've eliminated them from the problem, which is great because I just want to focus on one letter at a time. And that's the point of the method. Get rid of one of the set of letters so you can concentrate on the other. So that leaves me just the y's. I've got 6 of them. That's a positive 6. And then it says minus negative 9. Well, these two negatives I've circled so that I can see clearly they're going to make a positive. So what I've actually got is 6 plus 9, which is 15y. 40 take 10 is 30. So now if I want to know what y is, get it on its own. So divide 3 by the 15, and y is equal to 2. Now I'm going to go back to the original question, and I'm going to choose one of those to help me work out the x. I'm going to choose the top one because there's no negatives, the numbers are smaller, it just feels like an easier equation, and I'm looking for an easy life. So I'm going to rewrite the 2x plus 3y equals 20. I know from the previous work that I've done that the y is actually equal to 2. So that y right there, okay, I can now change to a 2. So that will give me 2x plus 3 times 2, 6, equaling 20. And now I will hop to get that x on its own. Divide 3 by 2, and now my x is equal to 7. So y is equal to 2, x is equal to 7. Okay, so just a very, very quick recap. Okay, so step 1, get first term the same, get them matching. Step 2, take and solve, because you're going to take those away and then solve to find y. Last step is over here, 3. You are going to sub. So you're subbing in. That's what this bit here is. Substitute in. So you're going to sub and solve. And those are the 3 steps. Okay. So like I said, I'm going to repeat it now without all the extra information so that you can see it's not as complicated as it feels when you first look at it. So let's clean this up. And we're going to do 3x plus 2y equals 36. 2x plus 3y equals 34. Now, looking at the front here, I can't just double 1. There's not, they're not in the same times table. So I'm going to have to cross multiply. So times the top 1 by 2, bottom 1 by 3, a bit like getting the denominators the same on a fraction. And then I'm going to multiply those through. So that's going to give me 6x plus 4y equals 72. And it's going to give me 6x plus 9y equals 102. I'm going to do my take, and I'm going to do my circle here. 6x takes 6x. The x's have gone. Fabulous. I can see that the ringed operations is going to give me a takeaway. So I've got 4 take 9. That's going to give me minus 5y. 72 take away 102 is going to give me minus 30. Divide through by the minus 5 to get y on its own. And I can see that y is equal to 6. Okay, going up. There's not a lot in it, is there, looking at these two? They're pretty similar, so I might as well just choose the top one. So I've got 3x plus 2y is 36. I know that y is 6. So I've got 3x plus 2 times 6, which is 12, equaling 36. Now let's get that x on its own. I've got 3x equaling 24, divide through by the 3, and x, put over here, is equal to 8. Okay, that's it, simultaneous equations. So match, take, and go on and solve, okay? Is it always take? Yes, it is always take. The exception to that would be if they wrote you a question and actually had a negative at the very, very beginning of one of those. It is incredibly rare for that to happen. I don't think I've ever seen it on a foundation paper. So for me, if you're just learning this, you're studying foundation, then very, very much yes, just learn the steps that I've shown you and you should be good to go on any question that you see. If you were unlucky and had a negative in the front, I'll just show you why it changes things. Because when I do that take stage, these two would become a positive. 3 plus 2 is 5. Nothing's getting eliminated. So you would end up adding. But I don't want to add to any confusion at this stage, okay? Just stick with the questions that we are most likely to see, which are the questions that do not have negatives at the beginning. They have them in the middle, causing us trouble there instead. Okay, I hope you have found that useful and you're enjoying the other videos that I am creating. If you are, please feel free to subscribe. I'm putting new videos up all the time. Okay, thanks for watching.